I love that you're dancing to the music.
Oh, I love it.
It's so funny. We just had do you guys know Troy Jacobson?
Nope.
Do you remember Spinnervals? I'm sure
Yes.
you remember Spinnervals.
Yes, we do. I do.
So Troy was the creator of Spinnervals. And that kind of started in the Baltimore area, but he actually lives in Tucson now. And we just had him on a couple weeks ago or last week, and we recorded him. Anyways, we love that Spinnervals concept so much that we copied his company and created a company called Audio Cyclist that promptly lost like $20,000 and was a big failure. But we wrote all the music for it, and that what you just heard, the theme song for Mountain Cog, it was a stem from Audio Cyclist, the company that we copied from Troy Jacobson. So it was so funny when we found out that Troy lived in Tucson. We brought him on and told him the whole story. It's pretty cool. We actually just published his episode this week. So, go out and check out Troy. And Troy's actually an executive coach now as well. He's got the Jacobson Leadership Academy. So he's got a pretty hefty price tag per hour. So you can get like an hour of free executive coaching if you listen to Troy's episode with us. Well, hey, it's Thursday night on the Mountain Cog podcast. Got Josh here. Got my guest host,
Lacey. Hello.
Not very talkative sometimes. And we got some special guests. You guys want to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Joe Tonon from Destination Cycling.
Hey, Joe Tonon. How you doing tonight?
Very good. Right now that I'm here.
Awesome. And you, ma'am?
I am Marti Shea, Joe Tonon's wife.
and
avid cyclist.
Yeah. And the one that crushes Lacey all the time.
Crushes.
No, only on the uphills, not on the downhills.
Me.
Not true. It's mutual. We crush each other.
But you like all the hardcore stuff too. Like you're riding bugs.
I love it. I really, really love the hardcore stuff because I think the hardcore stuff makes you better on the cross country stuff. So that's why I initially started doing it.
So talk me through that. Like, so just getting those technical skills on the hard stuff means you can go faster when the technical stuff's not that hard.
Yeah. So when you're riding like really, and I want to first preface this by saying I want to thank Tara Alcantara because she has really like helped me so much.
Shout out to Homegrown.
Shout out to Homegrown for sure. And she was also responsible for me meeting all these amazing women in Tucson who are just killer riders. And have made me a much better rider. But your initial question of going downhill. So when you're doing downhill cycling, everything comes at you faster. So you have to react faster. You have to look further ahead. You have to just maneuver faster. Everything's quicker. So it's almost like when you get on to stuff that's easier, you have all this time. It just seems like it's slow motion compared to downhill.
For those that don't know, we had Tara on previously, and in the show notes we'll put a link to their website. I think it's just homegrown.com. I can't remember. No, it's like homegrownmtb or something.com. I think homegrown.com is probably something else, if I had to guess. So we'll put the real link in the show notes, and I know she's got her July 7th kind of women's
homegrown MTB.
homegrownmtb.com. Thanks, babe. So they've got their women's weekend I guess it's the week after July 4th, the weekend after July 4th up in Angel Fire, New Mexico.
And that's where I met Marti.
Yeah,
is that where you guys met?
Yeah, that is.
We were in a group together at Angel Fire. My first weekend, it was your first time there too,
yes,
right?
it was. Yeah. Great weekend.
Yeah. Are you doing it this year?
Unfortunately, I'm not. It's just, I go back to the East Coast and it's just a really difficult,
way to get your
commute from Marblehead, Mass to Angel Fire. So no, I'm not going to do it.
So do you guys go and ride up at Killington or anything like that?
I'm going to this year.
Okay.
I kind of hadn't thought about it, to tell you the truth. But Tara mentioned it the other day that she was going to be possibly coming out to Killington to do downhill. And she asked me, have you ridden there? And I was like, actually, I haven't. I didn't even think of it. But there's another place called Kingdom Trails that I have ridden at.
All right, so she's been so tell us about Kingdom. Lacey's been telling us we got to go to Kingdom Trails.
Yeah, Kingdom Trails. It's not, there is some downhill there as well, I believe. I'm not positive, but it's all like people, it's privately owned land.
I saw that. And it's like co-opted. Like everybody agreed to donate their land. And then it's like, now it's a huge draw for the city.
Huge. Exactly. Yeah. And I don't know how many acres it is, but it's a lot of acres. And there's a lot of different type of terrain there. There's a lot of berms, a lot of like jumps and drops and stuff like that. And then there's lots of cross country riding as well. Just great trails. It's something for everybody there. Beginner trails, and it's all labeled. So it's really cool.
Do you go ride there then?
Yeah, I have ridden there twice.
Is it far from Mass?
It's a haul. It's I want to say it's like 4 hours for me to get there. Vermont? It's way up in Vermont. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But the drive is worth it.
It's so worth it. Yeah.
There is a downhill place right near there.
Yeah.
It's called Burke or I'm not sure.
Burke Mountain? Yeah,
Burke Mountain. It's right in that area.
That's it. That's exactly where the Kingdom Shows are. So I wasn't doing downhill the last time I was there. So I wasn't even looking at that part of the mountain. So I was just concentrating on the cross country stuff. But yeah, there is. You're right.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, I want to get out there.
It blows me away back on the East Coast how you can drive like 20 minutes and pass through 5 different states. Like,
yeah, that's true.
And the terrain's all different.
Uh-oh. That's Enzo.
That would be Enzo.
We didn't introduce Enzo yet.
Someone's home.
Hi, Enzo. That's okay, buddy.
He wants to be included in the podcast.
Yeah, he's in the podcast.
Yeah, he's in.
Like I said, no problem whatsoever. Okay, sorry about that. My kid's running around, and I'm trying to make sure he's okay. So got distracted there for a second. Apologize to that.
I think we scared him away.
To our listeners there. He's
wrong
like,
house. I was in the wrong house.
All right, so Marti, you've been an athlete for a long time.
Pretty much from the time I was born.
You were running from the time you were born?
I was. I just kind of came out and knew this is what I want to do. I want to do sports.
Hey, so you guys are endurance athletes. I forgot to start with with my dad joke, so I'll just jump into it real now. Okay, so why did the endurance athlete get thrown in jail? Why did the endurance athlete get thrown in jail? Any idea? Joe's got it. I can see it. It's got a light going on. No idea.
I'm thinking bars.
No. For resisting a rest.
Love it. Where do you come up with this?
Google. Chat GPT. Give me a dad joke about running. See what it came up with. But you started out as a runner, huh?
Actually not. I started out doing a lot of different sports. So when I was real little, I had an older brother who I just adored and chased around, and there was football, there was basketball, there was hockey, there was every sport imaginable. So I grew up playing all these sports, but back then girls weren't allowed to participate. It was just like I was playing with him and his friends, but on no teams.
Right.
I was pretty miserable. I wanted to be on a team. Anyway, finally, I was able to join. They changed, everything changed. And I could be on a soccer team, which was all boys. And then I was on a basketball team that was all boys. So it was great. I had, from junior high on, I was able to participate, and then girls sports started getting big. So I was able to play girls sports in high school. And, it started with me playing soccer, actually.
Okay.
And then I played softball and I played basketball. And then the running thing kind of came out of a bet with my dad. So he was reading the paper, the sports page one night, and he said, "Oh, this girl won this race and blah, blah, blah." And I said, "I can beat her." And he said, you can't say stuff like that. You just can't.
I can totally picture you saying that too, Marti.
I was like, that's not that great. I could do better than that. And he's like, "Well, then call the coach and back it up. Don't just talk about it." So I don't think he really thought I was going to do that, but I did. I got on the phone with the coach and said, can I do the meet tomorrow? And he's laughing. He's like, "Well, you're not on the team. I'd love to have you on the team, but you're not on the team." And I said, "Well, just give me a uniform. Who cares? Just let me try." And after about a half hour, I wore him down.
Wore him down.
I wore him down. And he was like
she does all our competition.
Is that what she does? Just wears him down?
Yes, for sure.
So anyway, I go to the race the next day. He gives me a uniform, and I had on Converse high tops, and I had no idea. I was just going to go out and just take off and just try to beat everybody. And I guess apparently I had the worst running form ever because my brother was laughing at me as I took off. I remember looking over at him and he's laughing. And I guess my arms were going out like a soccer player, just terrible form. But then when I came around and I was winning, he wasn't laughing anymore. He was screaming and yelling to go, go, go. And I ended up coming in third. But
third place, you were really
third
wearing
place.
Converse All-Stars?
Converse All-Stars.
What was the length of the race? Was it
It was 2 miles at the time.
2 miles?
Cross country was 2 miles.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, right on.
And when I finished, I was really mad because I didn't win. And my coach was jumping up and down. He said, "These are the state champions." And I was like, "Well, what's that mean?" I had no idea, He's like, "You're third in the state. Like no one, these girls are the best."
Yeah.
So that was the start of it. But it was difficult because I was playing soccer. So I kind of was doing 2 sports at once. So that's how it started.
Oh, right on. And then you went to. Well, you've had a huge career. Any highlights you wanna take us through? Maybe end up on how you ended up on a bike.
Ended up on a bike. Well, the bike was always involved because I always had a bike when I was growing up, and learned how to ride a bike. Like everybody else when you're like 5 or 6 years old, and just always loved the bike, but didn't really think that there was any future in the bike. I don't know, highlights. This just I don't know. There's so
They're
many.
endless. They're endless.
Yeah.
Marti has accomplished so much as an athlete.
The podcast would go on. For
I know.
7
Just
days,
if I were to
24
read your
hours
rap
straight.
sheet from MartiShea.com right here, if I was to read that, there's so much here. It's amazing all the things that you've done. But you don't run now.
I can't run anymore, and I wouldn't want to run anymore. Like, well, maybe I would. Maybe I'd run like 3 miles once a week or something. But like Lacey said, it really hurts your body when you get old. The pounding is like, oh, it's just uncomfortable. No, I can't run anymore. I when I was about 40, my knee started hurting, and it was really bad osteoarthritis, and I actually had to have surgery on it. And the guy who did the surgery, a wonderful surgeon, said to me, you kind of have to figure out how you want to spend this knee because it's not going to last forever. And if you run, it's going to wear out faster. If you bike, it's going to be a lot longer that you'll have it. And if you walk, well, even longer. So I chose the bike route at that point. Like, oh, I love biking, so I'll just start doing that instead. So that's kind of how I really got into cycling.
Yep.
And then it was just kind of like I was biking with a bunch of guys, and they were like, "Oh, you should race." And I was kind of like, "Oh, I don't want to be competitive with this anymore. I did the whole running thing. I don't need to do this." And before I knew it, I was racing a bike. So yeah, that was
And winning.
And winning.
And winning. Internationally winning.
And you started on the road, right?
Started on the road, yeah, because, I actually was a little bit of road riding when I was injured when I was running. So yeah. And then got into mountain biking kind of when everyone, when it was really just starting, when Ned Overend was big. And tried it and really liked it. But then after my knee surgery, the mountain biking for some reason was really kind of aggravating my knee. So I was like, nope, not going to do that. And the steady riding of road riding felt better. Yeah. So I started doing that. And then when I started racing, I didn't want a mountain bike. So I'm like, I don't want to get hurt because, as you know, we're always hurt when we're mountain biking. Yes. So it's part of the sport. So when I was road riding, I was just really trying to do well with that, and I didn't want to have any interruptions, so I just forgot about the mountain bike for a while. Yeah.
Right on. Yeah. And what are you doing now?
I'm only mountain biking now.
And only only doing really technical stuff mostly, right? Like for the most part, you're doing mostly hardcore. Last winter, you did a lot more cross country riding. Yeah. And this winter, you're really focused, it seems like.
I agree, Lacey. I haven't seen her much.
This is a mountain bike podcast, so I would probably listen to your story, listen to that, and say that was the path to enlightenment. You finally found out the best thing to do.
But this is the crazy thing because of your lifetime of being an athlete, right? And from going from running to road cycling to hill climbing, right? On bikes, right? Yeah. And then coming to the mountain bike, it's really, really painful to ride with Marti. Like really painful to ride with Marti. Like,
can you be more specific?
Yeah, let's think about Strava, you have that suffer score or that relative effort, right? Every time I ride with Marti, it's like 300 plus, right? Like I've just almost died trying to ride with Marti. So a lifetime athlete versus just a normal mountain biker, it's painful.
Lacey, welcome to my world.
Joe, I'm pretty sure you're an athlete as well.
Oh, he crushes it.
She makes me hurt. Oh, it's bad.
I don't know about that. He's really fit.
So, Joe, I want to hear about, tell us a little bit about Destination Cycling. And bring that mic right up.
Yeah. Okay. Destination cycling. God, I always had a love for Europe. My mom's German, my dad's Italian.
Okay.
Back in the early 80s, I was found myself over in Italy racing bikes and living over there. So I just always had this affinity for wanting to be in Europe and really wanted to be a professional cyclist, but found out very quickly after living in Italy for a year and a half that I was not good enough to make it. So I came back to the States, and it took a few years, but just kept on wandering back to watch the Tour de France in July, vacation.
Right. Yep.
And one thing led to the next, and called it the Lance Armstrong effect. But we just started bringing friends and family over to Europe.
Yep.
Rented a van, 9-passenger van, started traveling around to watch some of the stages of the Tour de France or the Giro or the World Championships.
Yep.
And it just kept growing. Just, word of mouth. Hey, what are you doing? When can we go with you? And it, by the mid 90s, it turned into, I think we were up to like 9-passenger vans. And then again, with that Lance effect, it turned into buses. It was just that many people wanted to come to Europe,
right?
Just to see what was going on.
So at that time, were you doing cycling tours, or was it just kind of more like cycle spectating tours?
Good. That's a really good point, because at that time, while they were avid, cyclists, and they wanted to cycle a lot, there was also this, this love affair with the Tour de France that most Americans just hadn't seen before.
Right.
If you weren't really into it in like the 80s with Greg LeMond era, people just they didn't know how to grasp it. They didn't understand it. And people were dropping golf clubs and buying these, expensive road bikes and wanting to go to Europe and seeing what it was all about. So kind of, it was a mesh, really. Right on. It was definitely a lot of riding, but then mixed with, trying to watch the Tour de France and trying to, I always equate it to, Foxborough Stadium where we live in Boston, and it's just, 4-lane road going in and out of there with, 60,000 fans. Now imagine many, many times that. Like over 1 million people were on Alpe d'Huez for the individual time trial in the 90s, over 1 million people. And it's just a 2-lane road. It's just the amount of people that are there trying to watch it. So that turned into a non-riding day and totally a spectator sport with, 1 million of your best friends, from all parts, of the world.
Yeah. Lance and the Postal team during that time really kind of took cycling into the mainstream, at least for my generation. We actually got really back
we
into.
were super into the tour. We were
super into the tour,
and neither of us rode bike or ever have road biked.
No, not really.
It was infectious. It was really infectious. He had, as crazy as everything has come out afterwards, it was just
so fun to watch.
It was fun to watch
because they were American.
I miss it. It was so fun to watch, right?
And it still is.
I don't watch it anymore.
It totally still is. I need to get back into it. I haven't. We kind of fell out of it, and I got back into it a little bit with Chris Froome and those guys, and I got to get back into it.
So Marti doesn't like to talk, and you tried to push her into some of her accolades.
Yes.
One of them was the World Championships in Italy,
right.
And she climbed up the famous climb called the Monte Bondoni. And what's going on right now in the road cycling world is the Giro d'Italia. Yep. And just 2 days ago, they finished up on the top of Monte Bondoni, and we kind of relived some of the fun stuff that was happening there. So she doesn't like to talk much about herself. But that was another fantastic weekend of racing.
So the company started a long time ago.
30 plus years now, 35
years.
I don't keep track anymore. I'm getting too old.
Started with just, hey, I'm going to bring my friends, and grew into then kind of the Lance effect, like blew it up. And then it's kind of, wickered back down. The American interest in cycling is wickered back down a bit, I would say.
It has, I found out that my love for racing, and because I was involved at that high level, and then watching the Tour de France and being around that and having a lot of friends that were working either maybe on the pro teams or with them. So I really kind of built the company to be more kind of living in that bubble, like going to the Tour de France, you're going to France on a vacation. Everything is all about trying to be on that pro team, but it's a vacation. So we're staying in great places. Yeah. We're eating wonderful food. There's not that time check, we're not racing through lights, et cetera. But it really has morphed into more of a high touch type trip versus back in the 90s, it was really just the volume of people that wanted to go over, like you were just saying, Josh. It's just
so now it's completely specialized, high, like you said, high touch, and
high touch.
You've got years and years of experience, so you know like all the wonderful little nooks and crannies and restaurants and relationships and take this route, don't take that route, all that stuff. After all this time,
Marty will tell everybody that I think I know more roads in Europe than I do in the United States.
It's true. It's true.
It's sick. It's sad to say it, but I really do. I've spent more July 4ths over there, and as opposed to here in the United States. So I'm always celebrating Bastille Day with the French, it seems like, as opposed to our Independence Day.
So what's your season? Like, do you do all of your work basically in the summer, or do you go over there in the winter at all?
Lacey, it's totally changed. So it used to be year round of doing trips, a couple, wintertime off season, whatever. But then we came to Tucson, thank God. And we got to meet you guys.
Yeah.
So it really turned into, Tucson turned into our like winter location. So we were bringing people out to Tucson. And really now more of my business is truly, geared for the summer. I just got back from a spring trip to Nice, France, just a few weeks ago. But yeah, it's predominantly summertime traffic. Tourism.
So in the winter, you do some work here in Tucson?
Bring people here.
We do. But it's really the majority of my wintertime work is planning. It's like
planning
like
your
we were
trips.
just saying, it's high touch, and it's the smallest details. It's 99% planning, and then really just trying to think outside of the box of what could happen, what's going to take place, and just having all those kind of, I guess, in the back of your mind of what could go wrong or how things are going to be different. So
you got any interesting stories of crazy things that have gone wrong over the last 35 years?
where do I start? Where do I start?
What's the worst mechanical you've had?
We rented a vehicle from supposedly a good friend of ours who was in the bike business. He had his own team, and we went to go start the car, and the security system locked the vehicle up. So I literally had to go in and hotwire the car. Never done it before in my entire life. Just started cutting wires, and sure enough, I don't know how it happened. It was stroke of luck, just pressure, and we got the car started. And this was one of our vehicles that had to transport, VIPs along the route. So we needed the vehicle. But
Did you just keep it running the whole time then? Or did you figure out what two wires to touch together?
Exactly. Twisted them together, and we just kept it going. Exactly. Yeah. So but we've had vans and ditches. It was pretty monumental. It was in 2005. We actually started an event called the Tour de France Challenge. And what we did is we mimicked everything from the Tour de France.
For that year.
Yep. Every day, every stage, every kilometer of the race we were doing with a group. Fun. And it was amazing.
Before or after?
We were about 2 days before.
Oh, so it's like the hoopla is all going on. The party's there. People are set up on the side. So you're actually it's like you're riding the tour.
It was all going on without a doubt. So we were coming over a climb called the Cormet de Roseland. We had hired a doctor that year and rented out a brand new 9-passenger Volkswagen Vanagon. And she, over this pass, that it's not your traditional kind of guardrail. It was built out of rocks. And she immediately scrubbed the whole bottom panel of the Volkswagen the whole way, just by hitting the side of this rock going around a turn, because it's just so tight.
Yeah. So
that happens. On the same descent, one of our good friends, Travis, who was with us that year, who's all of about 6'9", 200 pounds, is tailing an Audi. And the Audi decides to stop fairly quickly, and Travis decides to go into the trunk. So there's an imprint of Travis in this guy's trunk.
Oh, no. Was Travis okay?
Travis was okay. The Audi driver was not very happy with us. And we get to the bottom of the Roseland. We have one more climb to do up the Courchevel. And I get a call from one of our other staff members, and he says, "Boss," he said, "where am I supposed to be? Alpe d'Huez?" And I said, "No, Niels, we're supposed to be in Courchevel tonight." And all of our gear, everything was about 2 hours
Alp to
away.
West.
Exactly. So it's
like a big calamity day, really. Everything went wrong.
Like I said, everything comes in threes, and that day everything did. But it all works out. You know, we made it to Courchevel. It started sleeting on everybody, raining. We went out to a local store. We were buying T-shirts and sweatpants for everybody, and it turns into one of those most memorable days you can ever have.
It's like a type 2 fun event, right? We talk about that a lot. Type 2 fun on this podcast.
Exactly.
A lot of cycling is type 2 fun, right? You
With Marty, for sure.
It is.
Joe, so how far in advance do people book with you?
The majority of my clients now are repeats now from doing it for 35 years. Like I've got 2 really big clients right now that have been with us, one for 17 years, another for 18. And they pretty much lock in, from year to year. So there's others that, will come and go, but you really have to kind of think ahead right now, especially with travel being so important right now. And everybody after COVID wants to get back out there. So it's kind of crazy. So
most of your business is just repeat customers. You're not even advertising for new customers at this point.
No, we were joking about his website earlier today.
Yeah, my website's not updated. Anybody who's checking it out. But you can call me.
Then the phone number still works. The 1-800 number still works.
Yeah.
Well, we'll definitely put all that information in the show notes.
So that's a really interesting thing. If you guys actually go follow the tour, and for a road cyclist, that would be fantastic.
It's a lot of fun. I tell everyone they should do it once, without a doubt, just to see it, because it's an amazing, call it circus, whatever you want to call it. But if you love cycling and you're an avid enthusiast, doesn't matter if you ride fast, you ride slow, if you want to be on a hill or if you want to be on a flat, it's a wonderful party to attend for a day for sure.
So the guys you take on your tours must be avid cyclists.
They are. They love it. They have that old little Formula N+1 for bikes.
Yes.
It's multiple. It's definitely, they love it. And like I said, they've been coming, year after year, and they love spending time there. So,
so Marty, do you go on these trips as well?
Oh, I've been on a ton of them. I really have. I go most years, but sometimes I can't make it because I have my own business back home too. So,
or you're mountain biking in the Dolomites.
Yeah, last year for sure.
That was fun.
That was really fun.
Did you do it too, Joe?
I did. Last year I didn't do it with her, but the year before I did. I have to be careful because I know you guys get injured all the time. So
he sees me coming home with bumps and bruises, and he's like, "Nope, I can't do that." That's how he makes his living. Is
your career.
Yeah,
is cycling. So I got a whole bunch of questions. I can't tell you how many questions I have and how we're going to get through here, but just a random one. What kind of bike does a 6'9", 200-pound man Travis ride?
Custom.
It's custom. It must be.
You know what? No, Travis was 6'6", but he rode I think it was like a double extra large Trek at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a standard bike. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, we were talking about David Baum and Bohemian Bikes, and he said a lot of his clients are like non-standard sizes, either really, really small people or really, really big people that can't buy like a factory frame effectively. So
exactly. One of our good friends in Marblehead, he is 6'9", and he has purchased Parleys in the past, custom Parley.
Yep.
And his latest bike is an Envy, which they think they did a little custom work with.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Marty, what's your business?
So I do personal fitness training back in Boston and a little bit out here in Tucson now as well. Yeah.
Okay. So how does that work?
So kind of like Joe, I have a lot of clients I've had for many years. I've been doing it for like 35 years.
Okay.
And I have a little studio in Marblehead.
Okay.
Pretty big studio. Actually, it's like 2,000 square feet. It's a good sized studio, and it's just really one-on-one. So most people generally go like twice a week.
Okay.
And the sessions are like an hour, and it encompasses everything from stretching to, dynamic warm up, core work, upper body, lower body, a lot of functional training.
Okay.
I use free weights and, stuff like stability balls and BOSU balls and that type of stuff.
Okay.
So
you take them on rides too?
I have in the past, but not so much anymore. Okay. Most of them I would call like recreational athletes. And they ski in the winter, or they play tennis, or they do some type of, now the big thing is pickle, of course. So I'm kind of getting them ready.
Everyone's into pickle.
Everyone's into pickle, right?
That's crazy.
It's fun,
but it's great. It's fun. I mean, it's really fun. But yeah, so I try to prepare them for their sport.
Okay.
back home, the road cycling, I did used to take people road cycling, but there's so much traffic now. It's so difficult to do that. It's actually dangerous. Most of the people are like, again, really recreational riders. And there's one place I can take them. I can take them on Marblehead Neck. And that's busy now, busier than it used to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a few people I do that with, but for the most part, I'm at the studio.
You're at the studio.
Yeah.
And so does the studio close down then when you guys are here and then open back up in the summer?
Yep, that's exactly what it does now. Really? In the past, when I was younger, because I'm old now, I'm old. When I was younger, I had a lot of people working for me. You guys, I'm not that good. Jeez, you keep talking about. Anyway,
Yes, you are.
All right, well, whatever. So yes, I used to have people that work for me, but as years have gone on, kind of didn't want to have people working for me if I wasn't there. So I worked out a great deal with the landlord, and things are good. I close it down, and then when I go back, we reopen it.
So how many months do you guys spend in Tucson? How many do you spend in Marblehead?
Right now, it's like 5 months here, 7 months there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is it 5 and 7?
It's 5 and 7 because of the weather. No,
see, Lacey and I have this argument that I say we have 8 months of awesome and 4 months of awful, but she doesn't agree with me. You would be supporting her theory.
Well, I think it's more like 6 and 6. I think
6.
there's probably 6 good months, or maybe 7. I kind of agree with Josh. I think there's
6.
7.
But you can exercise at night, even in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
You can exercise
As long as the sun's down,
morning.
you can ride.
Exactly.
Just get up early and go.
Yeah. Versus the East Coast, I have to say the East Coast is more difficult because you have to deal with rain quite often, especially in the summer. Yeah. And I mean torrential rain, not just like in thunderstorms, like out of nowhere. You're all of a sudden like it's sunny and then it's not. So you can't really plan your life there. It's really difficult compared to here where it's like, okay, it's going to be sunny. It's going to be sunny again.
It's going to be sunny and windy. It's going to be sunny
and hot, right? But it's always sunny,
right?
So you guys have a pretty amazing life, best I can tell. Like
we have a charmed life. We really do.
Yeah, knock on wood, right?
Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
That's pretty awesome. Like
we've worked hard for it. We've worked hard for it. And again, we're not young anymore. I'm 60 and Joe's 58.
Wow. I never would have guessed you're 60, by the way, or 58.
Yeah, we're getting
You gave me a second look,
that's
Josh.
Clean,
like, oh, no, he looks way past 60.
No. That's some clean living, brother.
To be able to do what you love to do. And obviously this whole podcast is all about being on the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just about riding the bike.
Beautiful thing.
We kind of go all over the place, like random. So I'm sorry. That's the way my mind works. So my listeners seem to be okay with it. I guess you'll have to just follow me. But, did you pick up any of the languages in Europe?
Yeah, I honestly got going with cycling because my mom's German, dad's Italian. So again, going over to Europe a lot, but my German teacher in 8th grade, so there's German, obviously the heritage, speaking it, visiting. So that started it, but yes, French and Italian as well. Right. And it was just more from being over there.
Yeah.
Was that when you were racing over there that you picked it up? Because I say a lot of cyclists, when they go over there, they're riding the pelotons, they got to pick up some of the language, right? Or no?
You're 100% right. And I'm so lucky and fortunate that I did know German because on the Italian team, I didn't know a lick of Italian. I'm going into Italy, living there, and I didn't know a lick of anything. And thank God I knew German. So one of the guys, Giovanni, I remember his name, he spoke German and he spoke Italian. So we would banter back and forth and he would do the translation for me. And then slowly but surely I started picking up Italian and then just visiting France. Most of our business, I'd probably say 65%, 70% takes place in France. So from a conversational standpoint, you just kind of hear it and you just keep going with it.
So what is the main language in the pelotons over in? Is it just vary wherever you are?
Well, in the peloton, it's still English for the most part. Yes. But I think, you still see it to this day that, certain teams, depending on where they're based, are going to predominantly be a certain nationality. Italian team, mostly Italians. Yeah. Not that they can't have a French person or someone from, Slovenia, et cetera. But that's typically what's happened, over the years in the pro peloton. It just makes for easier travel, easier communication, et cetera. But definitely English for the most part.
So you went over there and actually raced on an Italian team?
Yes.
Oh, how exciting. How old were you?
Tried. Let's see. I was 18 and a half.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's young too.
Yeah.
Like you were still a baby at that
I was
time.
definitely, yes.
He wonders why he didn't make it. Well, he was,
Yeah, I gave up a little too quick, but I knew straight away and that it wasn't going to work. And now we have all this great testing that they can do, like your VO2 max test.
Your power.
Your power thresholds. They didn't have any of that then. You went out and you
tried
had
it.
results or you didn't have results.
So now they have a better indication of who's going to be able to hang.
100%. It's the engine. You don't have a VO2, you're not going to go very far.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it really is. It's totally changed. And the training now, obviously speaking with Troy last week, like when you first, started the podcast here, it's the training now is so specific.
So specific.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Our nephew,
Rides with a trainer.
He's 14 and he's, I don't know, what did he take third or something in Cat 3 and his...
I think he took 6th GC at
Gila.
At the
Tour of the Gila.
Tour of the Gila.
Cat 3.
14 years old.
Yes, I did hear about that's fantastic.
Yeah. So
But I mean, if you look at like his power, it's enormous.
It's amazing.
Really?
And he's got that frame, you can just kind of look at it like you're a cyclist. I can tell that by looking at you, right? If you look at me, you're not like that guy's a cyclist, right?
He's a downhiller. He's a badass downhiller. No doubt.
You're a chairlifter.
I love it.
The funny thing is I'm not. That's all right. What's your favorite place over there, man? Which I know that's probably a super hard question to ask.
It's very easy.
What are your top 3 places?
I'll give you top 2.
Okay, perfect.
Top 2. Italy, for sure, in the Dolomites, basically in the Veneto region. So if you just kind of go north of Venice, you kind of make your way up into a famous ski area called Cortina d'Ampezzo. So Cortina, Corvara, there's a famous ride over there called the Sella Ronda. It's 30 miles, basically 55 kilometers over 4 passes. It's probably the most scenic ride you could ever pack into 35 miles. Just absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So there, if I want to go to Italy and have some good pasta, have a good coffee, and then if I need to get to France for a good baguette, some good, bread, etc., then it would definitely be the Alps. So kind of near Geneva, place called the Haute-Savoie. So, more ski stations like La Clusaz or Megève, just beautiful, beautiful scenery, great people, beautiful surroundings, chalets, great riding, both mountain bike and road bike in both locations.
Yeah, the French are blowing up on the mountain bike scene as well right now too. It's
Huge.
pretty amazing, and they're like starting those kids super young, so they've got all these phenoms. It's amazing.
Definitely, Léger, where they obviously have all the worlds and all the the races. Léger's huge. Les Deux Alpes is huge for the French. Yeah, it's definitely multiple places.
What's your least favorite place?
Probably central France. Not central in the Midi-Pyrenees, but central farmland agriculture when we've done like the Tour de France challenge and you're just riding because that's what the Tour de France did. We're going to ride this stage and it's 200 kilometers of cornfields.
Super boring.
It's like going through Nebraska. No offense to our Nebraskan listeners.
Yes. No
Super
offense.
boring.
Yeah, exactly. So I would probably say, that would do it for me.
Do you think, part of the reason why we mountain bike and part of the reason why I mountain bike, first of all, I can't have my clothes match my bike. That's a big reason, but it's a joke. But also because
Can't match.
Yeah, I can't match anything. I can't match anything in general. But also because if I'm going to kill myself, I want it to be my fault. Right. And, on the road, I'm so I feel like I'm going to get killed constantly.
You do feel like a target.
We actually have the police chief for Tucson scheduled to come on and talk to us. I'm super interested to talk to him and hear about his perspective. He's an avid cyclist himself, and talk about the relationship between cyclists and motorists in Tucson. Cause we're an avid road biking scene here. So, but I'll get to my question. My question is, do you feel like there's a better relationship between cyclists and motorists in Europe because of how prolific the sport is compared to what it is here in the United States?
You feel safer there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I do.
Yes, 100%.
They're more respectful. They
They respect cyclists. Here, people
Yeah.
hate cyclists on the road.
Correct.
Yep.
Because cycling's part of their nature.
It's part of their culture.
Their culture, nature, it's just that everyone grows up on it. You protect it. It could be your child that's riding down the road. So there's always here, you're going around a blind turn and most motorists will try to pass you, not thinking that there could be an oncoming vehicle. In Europe, they will just be as patient as can be. It could be an 18-wheeler behind you, and they will just be patient, wait till they get around the turn. Okay, it's a clear road. I can pass. It's totally different.
Wow.
Yep.
I feel like when people are taking driver ed here, they should have more training with, how to be on the road with cyclists, because it's just not ingrained in anyone. So
You don't like riding on the road here either, do you, Marti? Because you don't really. Do you?
I mean, it's more because I want a mountain bike right now. But no, I used to do a lot more road riding. Like I would ride out to Vail all the time. I won't do that anymore. After hearing about all the accidents that happened between
on Old Spanish.
Yeah, I was unaware of it. Really, I didn't know there were that many accidents happening. But you see all the little memorials to people. You kind of
the ghost bikes. I don't know if that's like a national thing, but here in Tucson, anyways,
I've seen it around. Yeah.
You've seen it around,
Yep,
so it's
exactly.
pretty. Yeah. So if you're not aware of that, for our listeners, like a lot of times when a cyclist or sometimes when a cyclist gets killed in a certain area, people they call it a ghost bike, and there'll be a memorial. It's a bike that's like spray painted all white, so you know that a cyclist passed at that point.
But getting back to why you mountain bike, Josh, it's a beautiful thing when you're off and you don't have that road noise. You don't have to worry. You're not looking over your shoulder. It's a beautiful thing.
Do you use, so I'm hearing about these radar systems that the cyclists are all using now. Do you guys use those as well?
Definitely.
100%.
What is
For
it?
years.
Don't leave home without it.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. What is that?
I think it was Garmin that really is the big one right now. I think that maybe they have the whole market as the Garmin Varia.
Yeah.
And it hooks up to your Garmin device, your central mount, on your handlebars. And essentially it will pick up a closing speed. I think it has to be greater than 5 miles an hour. So if you're going 15 miles an hour, as long as the car is doing 20, it will pick up that there's an object coming up from behind you. You'll hear a tone on your Garmin device, and you'll also see on the side of the device like a flashing red, and you'll also see a dot for that actual vehicle. And if it's multiple vehicles, you'll see 2 dots, 3 dots, 4 dots, depending on how many vehicles are coming up from behind you. Really cool.
But it doesn't pick up bikes at all?
It will. If you have good
so
closure speed.
like when Marti's coming up behind you?
Yes. I know she's coming. Josh.
I'm usually in front. So.
There it is.
Well, you haven't asked us about our honeymoon yet.
Yeah,
so.
no. Okay. No. Tell us the honeymoon story.
She had to go there. So now,
Tell us the honeymoon story.
Joe will tell you.
Okay.
This is my life. Obviously, chasing her around, and she's chasing me, and she's a phenomenal athlete. Her VO2 max is 70, 71, 72, or that's what it used to be.
72.
Maybe.
I don't know if it still is, but
it's 69 now, probably. But anyway, we were in Italy, in the mountains, and going up a famous climb called the Gavia, and all week long she'd just been killing me over one climb over the next. Like one of them was the Stelvio. I just wanted to get to the top and then go back down and do what normal honeymooners do.
Yeah.
Instead, she's like, well, let's go down into, the other area and we can turn around and come back up and do it. And I said, you know how long that climb is? It's, 38 kilometers just to do that climb. Sure enough, we went down into Austria, bought a little strudel, and came
and that's
back
when
up.
I learned that Joe actually spoke German. Like all of a sudden, we're in Italy, then we're in the German part, and he's all of a sudden speaking German. I'm like, wait a minute, you know German?
Anyway, I was way down on the GC the whole week.
Yeah.
So we get to Gavia, and she said, I'm going to just take it easy today. And I said, okay, that's fine. I'm feeling pretty good, so I'm going to keep going. And sure enough, she wanted to stay with me the whole way, just sneaking on my wheel there, and eventually I just kept increasing the power. And she just gave me a little huff and a puff. And so I lit it up, and then I got away from her so she couldn't see me. And I hid behind a huge rock,
Right.
just hid,
Yeah.
went silent, and she goes flying by me.
Oh no.
Unbeknownst, did not see me.
Oh no.
This is great. Are you kidding me? Oh no, this is wonderful. So she goes by me. I go back on the road, and I'm just watching this all unfold. She's just trying to kill herself.
She's in the pain cave. She's in the pain cave trying to catch you.
I can't see him.
Exactly, Lacey. You got it. And then I come up from behind her. It's like, everything okay? Where are you? Where'd you do that?
I love it.
No one got hurt. You didn't crash. Everything was good.
And we're still married now.
Still married.
It was
17
very
years
funny.
later. Yeah, it was a great.
How'd you guys meet?
Oh,
Well, no, this goes back into like what a phenomenal athlete she was. So we both moved into Marblehead, within a year or so of each other, 1989, 1990. And I used to see her running all over Marblehead. I used to call her the Gazelle just because she was so beautiful to watch running, just as great.
Well, we know what your nickname is now.
Yeah.
I don't have to ask you.
Exactly. So obviously, you can't not notice her when she's running. So that's when it first started, but then really it took us
Well, we were with other people at the time. So
yes.
Yeah.
But we actually met because he was with someone and I was with someone else. We both broke up in those relationships, but everyone in Marblehead was trying to fix us up. They were just like, you need to meet, they used to call him Luca.
Luca?
That was his nickname, Luca.
Where's that from?
Because
Just
he was always in
Italian thing.
Italy,
Okay.
So
Luca
I'm like, who
and
the
the
heck
Gazelle.
is Luca? And anyway, so we had mutual friends that were trying to fix us up, and they kept trying and trying, and we were both like, oh yeah, no. And then I don't know, I forget how we actually. One of my girlfriends was working for him, and she said, meet me at my work. And she was a very smart girl. She was trying to get me to meet him. And I was like, oh, geez, come on. Her name was Sarah. And I'm like, come on, Sarah. Like, really? Like, I'm not stupid. Anyway, I met her there and I met Joe. And I was like, oh, wow, he's really cute. And he obviously felt the same way. But we still didn't get together for like another year. And then.
Just went from there.
Yeah.
I
very
think
quickly.
we actually kind of met, Marblehead Tuesday night ride. We kept kind of
bumping into each other.
And yeah.
One thing led to the next.
One thing led to the next.
Here we are.
And then you're hiding behind a rock in Italy.
Exactly.
Watching Marti crush herself.
Exactly. I knew
Now
she
you
needed.
know how it feels, Marti.
Right. She needed one more good training ride, Lacey.
Love it. I have to try that sometime. On a downhill, I'll get ahead of her and then I'll hide.
Exactly.
Oh boy, I'm in trouble now.
So we were talking before. This is another. We're doing a pivot, just so you know. We were talking before about e-bikes, and the tours that you're doing now. Is that the right word? Tour?
Sure.
Sure. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vacation tour.
Vacation tour, cycling, cycle tourism, cyclism. I don't know. So, what percentage of your customers are on e-bikes these days?
Ooh, I would say at least 30%, 35%.
Oh, wow. So it's much higher than I thought it was.
Yes. But then again, my clientele is also drifting a little older. So it's, I'm dealing, that I've been in the business for a long time. Like I told you earlier, I've got a couple of great clients that are in their 70s. Their kids are now on the trips, kids meaning they are in their mid 40s.
Yeah.
They're not using the e-bike,
Yep.
but mom
and dad are.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone gets to enjoy it. Everyone can stay together.
Yeah.
It's like a Peloton indoor. Everyone, it doesn't matter how hard you're pushing, what wattage you're using. And outdoors, you can all stick together.
It's all good.
It's
Lacey,
really good.
maybe we need to get you an e-bike so you can keep up with Marti.
That's what I was just thinking.
Uh-oh.
If we did road biking, for sure. I'd
And the acceptance of e-bikes, much greater acceptance in Europe right now than in the United States.
I would much greater.
Why do you think that is? You got any thoughts on that?
Again, probably because I know we grew up with bikes here in the United States too. We all had bikes as kids, but it really is like, it's a cultural thing. They use their bike all the time.
And we don't.
We're in the car. We jump into the SUV.
We use them as kids and then it stops.
It does. Yeah. Exactly. I remember when I was playing tennis, I was 15 years old. I used to ride probably 5, 6, 7, 8 miles to the YMCA to go play tennis all day, and now it's, hop in the SUV.
Yeah.
So it's different. So I think it's just, they started with it and they want to continue doing it. They want to stay active. I know I mentioned the Cormet de Roseland, climb to you a little while ago, but we were in France. This has got to be 10 years ago. We met a couple that every Saturday, every Sunday, they would go out for their ride up and over the Roseland and back. And these people were in their 70s. I mean, they want to just keep riding. That's what they enjoy.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's a key to like staying young is to keep moving, I think.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you guys obviously know the key because you guys are doing
You guys are
really
really,
well.
you just said they were super old, Lacey.
No, I'm just saying.
Like, I know you meant that as a compliment, but it could come off as, wow.
They're super fit. Like it's crazy.
I was golfing this past week, maybe it was last week, and we met a gentleman, and I don't know how it came out. We just started talking about age. He was in his 70s. Like, my dad lived to be 104. And I said, well, what was it?
What's the key?
Exactly. And he said, keep moving. Don't stop.
That's it.
Just keep the body in motion.
Sleep and move. Those are the keys, right?
Recover.
Equal parts of
Exactly.
sleeping and moving.
Yep.
But I think it's unusual for Marty. You don't meet many 60-year-old women who are like
Riding Bug Springs.
Yes.
No, yeah, I know. I kind of gather that because when I look on Strava, there's not a lot of names on there.
There's
There's not a lot of women that ride Bud Springs to
Most
start
women
with.
I know that know Marty are like, oh man, I hope I can ride like Marty when I'm 60. Right?
I know, and
Like,
that's the biggest compliment, really. That's
like I really hope I can ride. Like I can't ride like her now. I'm 45. So
Keep riding, Lacey.
That would
Keep
mean I'd
riding.
improve by the time I'm 60.
Lacey,
Got
we're-
15 years to get better.
Lacey, we're coming back. Don't worry.
So heading back home. When's your next trip?
June 5th. Take off June 5th for France.
Oh wow! So that's a pretty quick turnaround.
It's a very quick turnaround, but it's good.
Do you guys drive when you guys go home from here?
No. We have someone drive the van and we fly home.
And you guys fly.
Enzo doesn't like to drive cross country, so
And by the way, Enzo's the pup. What kind of dog is he?
he's an English mini golden doodle.
Wow, those are words I've never heard put together before.
Yeah.
English mini golden doodle. Okay,
Correct.
so I've heard of a golden doodle. What is the English?
So
one?
his mom was an English cream retriever. And so there's like, the white ones. Very, very calm temperament, the creams. And his dad was a fiery red poodle, toy poodle.
Little poodle.
A little poodle.
Wow.
Toy poodle, yep. 8 pounds.
That's the mini golden doodle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Versus the standards.
Okay.
Yep. So he weighs about 32 pounds. So the standards are like probably 55, something like that.
And he's super cute and
super
really good.
And
He's super well behaved.
And he loves Europe.
Oh, really? Take him.
First trip last
absolutely.
year, France and Italy.
That's awesome.
I'm trying to figure. He's riding in a vehicle, obviously, right?
No, he flies.
No, I'm saying during the bike rides.
Oh, no, he's on the bike. No.
Yeah, I'm like imagining. Well, I've seen these people that like put them in backpacks and
Yes.
stuff.
Yep.
But
32 pounds is a lot.
that would
to
be a big.
carry,
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, in Europe, dogs are kind of welcome everywhere.
They are. They totally are. They are
That's
in
what-
Tucson too, though.
That's what
I
we
have to say.
noticed when we
This
were
is
in
a-
Europe. Dogs are really
they-
everywhere.
Everywhere. But I have to say, Tucson is really dog friendly.
Yeah.
It's another huge plus for here.
Tucson is like one of the best cities in the world.
I totally agree. We agree.
We love it.
We've been.
love it
I
here.
haven't been as many places as you, but I've been in many places in this world, and this is where we choose to
Yep.
live. Right?
Yep. We
Totally.
agree.
Agreed.
Lacey's ready to leave.
Maybe it's because I grew up in Arizona and you guys didn't, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Everyone likes change.
Yeah,
you know?
everybody likes change.
Did you guys grow up in Massachusetts,
I grew up in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire? It's the same, right? It's all like right there.
Yeah, it's all the same. It's New
It's
England.
like Tucson
all
to
the
Phoenix,
same.
basically.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It is. It's exactly that, actually.
But
It's-
if you talk to somebody from Massachusetts, New Hampshire's different.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
way.
Vice
I know.
Yeah.
Everybody. They all say that. Like, oh, he's
Yeah.
from Connecticut.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
God.
Right.
Connecticut, dude. It's the same. It's like 40 minutes that way. Like,
Yeah.
How is that any different?
Exactly.
What's your favorite place to ride back there?
New England?
Yeah.
Well,
I would say obviously, like mountain bike riding, Northeast Kingdom has been
Yeah.
fun, lots
Yeah.
of fun. And if it's the road, we love Vermont still. We love New
yeah,
Hampshire.
I think I would have to say Vermont for
That's
both.
where-
For both.
I need to talk to you more offline
Yeah.
because that's what I've been pushing.
She's like,
Josh. I'm like, I don't know why, but I really want to go to Vermont.
Vermont's beautiful.
And
Vermont
you should come
is-
when Tara
yeah.
comes out. You guys
Yeah,
can.
we
That'd
can
be
cool.
That'd be a
Yeah,
blast.
Absolutely.
But I would love to go to Vermont.
Yeah, she's totally wanting to go to Vermont. I'm like, there's so many other places we haven't been riding. Like, let's just go to Utah. It's like right there. Or Mexico. Why do we got to go like 3,000 miles? I don't know how far it is. Many thousands of miles.
2,000.
22. Why do we got to do 2,000 miles away? Can
But
we-
it's different. And Lacey
So
hasn't.
different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. The trails are different.
It is. It's very different.
Okay. So, how many people come over the winter to Tucson to train with you?
Selected few. Once again, we used to have a lot of people coming in, and really, I should preface this by saying we used to go to Mallorca in March and April for about, typically 3 weeks. Used to fall, obviously Easter kind of moves around on the calendar quite a bit, but it was a good solid 3 weeks that we'd do a spring trip to Mallorca. And then once we took up roots here, coming to Tucson,
We didn't want to leave.
we didn't really want to leave. Exactly.
Yeah, the March is a good time.
Yeah.
In Tucson.
Yeah, exactly. So the Mallorca thing was great. The riding is phenomenal. It's really beautiful, super technical. For the road, it's just narrow roads, windy. But then, like she just got done saying, it's wonderful to be here. So then we just kind of follow the same, if you want to call it, theme of the summertime trip. So we just started being super high touch.
Yep.
We would bring in a few of our coaching clients because we were coaching as well at the time.
Right.
People who really wanted to learn maybe a little bit more about mechanics, a little bit more about nutrition because I love to cook. So we did a lot with that. And then obviously the training component as well. But that seems to be the easy part, just to find the roads that we want to ride on and whatnot. Yeah. So we scaled it way back and it just kind of kept it high touch.
COVID kind of put a little bit of
a damper on everything.
Yeah, it did.
So
and
Joe,
then, go ahead. No, I was going to say, and then we just kind of were like, well, do we really want to do that part of the business, or do we want to kind of just enjoy our time when we're here? So
Joe, when you go out on the 4th, how long will you be there?
This year I'll be returning about the second week of July.
So the tour will be
six
going on
weeks or so. Yeah, and most of my clients now, they've seen the tour. They've been there. They've done that. So if it's convenient, it's local, it's close by, it happened to work out with the places that they wanted to see this year, then of course we definitely make it a point to go see it. Cause like I said, it changes every year. And that's the beautiful thing about it. It's actually amazing when you think, I think tours, it's 112 years or 113 years now that they've been running the Tour de France. And it amazes me like how they change it and how many new climbs there are to do, how many new mountains.
The
it's like they're not
must
building.
Be insane.
It is.
When you say it changes, you're talking about the routes change.
Yeah, the routes change, but even like the dynamics of the tour change. So, if you're over there in France, you're watching it on TV. It's every night, from 2:00 in the afternoon, it's on, and now obviously everything's digital. So it's, whether it's GCN or Flow, people are watching it all the time. And if we'll always have our little Wi-Fi mofos, in the vans with us. So people are on their phones and we're watching the tour. So you're always, you're hooked into it, and then something's always evolving. Something's different. The players are different, so it's always fun. It's always.
Yeah, the chess match that is that. To really enjoy the Tour de France, you got to get into the dynamics of the peloton, what's going on, the chess matches that are going on. It's pretty amazing. I think I'm getting excited to watch it now.
Good.
Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll watch it again this year. We're gonna be in Angel Fire, I think, when it starts. We get a week up in Angel Fire this year.
That's wonderful.
The week before the ladies
clinic.
The clinic with Homegrown, yeah. So I get a little bit of downhill, and I'm excited to do that.
I got to experience Homegrown myself this year.
Oh yeah?
What'd
you do?
You did the 6-week boot camp thing.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was amazing. So good. Tara's so good. Great group. Her staff is super well trained, but Tara's she's a great leader. And I learned so much in just the 6 weeks, that was it. And it was a really good thing for me to do. I totally enjoyed it.
I totally thought about that, but with the project I told you that I'm doing right now, I couldn't commit to it. I just didn't have the time. But Lacey did buy us, my buddy and I, actually Mike, who's usually the co-host on this podcast, a lesson with Tara, and so she took us up to.
And
Bugs.
we actually saw
Bugs.
you.
We saw you that day.
Was that?
We had just finished with Tara, and you were.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that was you.
But I didn't know it was you, though.
I didn't know it was you either.
Right, exactly.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So you went up and rode bugs and stuff like that, Joe? So you are mountain biking.
He did prison camp.
Oh, prison camp. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, but you are mountain biking some then.
Oh,
yeah.
Joe improved so much. It was incredible how much.
Have you been mountain biking since you've been here this summer?
I do
aside from that 6 weeks.
I do a little bit of it, but honestly, I know.
You don't want to get hurt.
Because I hear all of you guys. I hear Marty comes over. She's like, "Oh my God, so and so crashed today, or she crashed, or whatever." You know, there's always somebody going down, and I'm at the point right now where I need retirement is in the future. It's in the horizon, and I'd like to be able to ride through it.
Sure.
You know, with both limbs and both arms and et cetera. So yeah, but I definitely love it. Like you were talking about earlier, it's just, there's nothing better. Just cruise around the Arizona Trail. I'm definitely more cross country than I would be probably, into
technical.
Yep.
But he learned the technical stuff really quickly, like super fast.
Yeah.
Well, you got that balance. You've been spending a lot of time on a bike. You get that balance.
Yeah, but it's different, Josh. It's different. Yeah, I think it's different. Yep.
It is different.
It's really different. Like,
everything's like the opposite.
Yeah, it's like higher PM road versus, more torquey with the mountain bike. And it's just, it's definitely,
different body positioning, right?
Totally different body positioning. Yeah.
Right.
Totally different body positioning. Because do you do gravel biking at all?
Joe does.
Yeah.
I have.
You do?
Yeah.
And so what are the gravel biking? Because they do some gravel biking races and things that involve some single track and things like that, right? Or
but it's totally that's still more on the road side.
Well, what about like the Belgian waffle ride? I was just reading about that because we have a friend that does that every year. Are you familiar with the Belgian?
Yeah, one of our friends was up there
super
too.
long.
Yeah.
But they do a lot of dirt and some single track, and it's all on road bikes, right?
Yeah. Well, gravel bikes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is essentially just a mountain bike from 1980.
Right.
By the way.
Exactly. Right.
With drop bars.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
and just add a zero on the end for the cost.
Right, for sure.
If you think about that, though, it's so different trying to, the techniques and stuff that you learn nowadays. When you can drop your seat, you can do a lot of different things that you can't.
Right.
When you have your seat up, right?
Yep.
Did you see, you saw it, I think the guy that won.
I think you're going to say Milan San Remo last year.
Yeah.
And he used a dropper post for a road bike. It's super, very, very, one of the longest, monuments, they call them, single day, classic races in Europe. It's almost 300 kilometers long, so 180 miles. And it comes down to these two climbs called the Cipressa and the Poggio. And he went down the Poggio and just dropped his post and
crushed. Everybody.
I mean, he's only dropping his post like this much too. Yeah. I mean, it's not that.
But you can change your body position so much. Like I think about that now riding, like if you're riding a gravel bike, even if it's basic single track, like even on out here at the Vail Vortex, which is like smooth as butter, right?
Right.
Single track. But I mean, you can really increase your speed if you can drop your seat.
Yeah.
Lower center of gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
The confidence level goes up too.
Yeah. It's just so different.
Feel like you're a little kid again riding on your BMX bike with your seat way down low.
Exactly.
Well, hey guys, this has been a super cool conversation. I appreciate you coming out and spending some time with us, getting to know us, getting to hear about Destination, getting to hear about how badass Marti is. She says she's not fast, but Lacey, you can
now that we know we can e-bike on the Destination cycling tour, maybe someday
There
we'll
you
join
go.
you.
You're welcome.
Is there any, you guys got any final thoughts or things you want to leave our listeners with? Start with you, Joe.
Love the bike.
Love the bike.
Love the bike. Just keep riding. Keep riding. It's so healthy for you. Whether it's on the road or it's a mountain bike, it doesn't matter. Just enjoy the bike.
Just keep riding.
Yep.
And I would say age is just a number. Just ignore it.
Yeah.
Just keep riding. Don't be afraid to try a new sport at any age.
I didn't even have to ask them what their nicknames were because Gazelle and Luca came out. It just came out naturally in the conversation. Thanks a lot.
Marti, are you accepting that nickname?
He's, yeah, but I mean, he doesn't really call me Gazelle. He just refers to that when I was younger. Now I think it's more like Sweetie.
Sweetie.
Yeah, we kind of call each other Sweetie.
And mine is really Joey Windex.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I got to hear the story behind Joey Windex.
You do have to hear the story.
All right, take us out on the story on the Joey Windex story.
Joey Windex, no mafia connection, but I was known as the cleaner. And basically, I always had the Windex. And you're
from in Boston. I
was the cleaner. Okay. Come on over, Joey. We got another job for you to do. And I just always had the bottle of Windex. Always getting the vans prepped. Just cleaning the windows, making sure everything looked really good. So it just kind of stuck.
Joey Windex. That's funny. Hey guys, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you both.